Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Lunch Table Podcast. In this episode, we're giving you our spoiler review for the movie 65. It just released, starring Adam Driver. Dylan saw it. I didn't. He's going to go into a lot of details, so stick with us. Dylan, let's start. Give me your thoughts.
Okay, well, spoilers ahead, guys. You heard it here. Interesting concept. So, like I said in the non-spoiler review, it's a complete twist on what I thought it was going to be. The trailer made it seem like they were going to fly in a ship and do like a Buzz Lightyear thing where like they fly back in time or some shit and then they end up on Earth during like the dinosaur period. It's not that at all. It's okay, so it starts off in this big galaxy and we see this planet. It's called the planet Samaris. And we are introduced to this character named Mills, which is Adam Driver's character. And he has a wife and a daughter. Oh. And the daughter is actually sick. She has like this disease or something. And he is invited to take this like exploratory mission. And I think like it'll help pay for his daughter's medical bills or something. So he flies out. I like the spaceship design. I thought it was really cool how they did it. Most of the sci-fi elements look cool in this movie, but I think the costuming felt weird because Adam Driver, like he's a different species, but he looks so human. So it was kind of hard.
Wait, what?
Yeah, because he's from a different planet.
Oh, I thought it was because they moved there like long time ago. No. Whoa.
Yeah, so the movie opened up. It was like
what?
It said like before mankind, there were other civilizations in the stars exploring and shit.
Oh.
So Adam Driver his character is from a completely different planet. Like he's a humanoid, but like he's from a different galaxy, basically. So he's an explorer, and he takes this team through the galaxy, and then they go through like this asteroid cluster, and then we found out that's like Earth. You know, when like 65 million years ago. That was a long intro too. Like it was like a long build up before we got to like the 65 title card.
Oh wow, yeah. Too much exposure.
Yeah, it was a lot. But it was interesting. And they built up like he was like this dad, and I think he was on this expedition for like 2 years. But I kept thinking like, why would you want to leave your daughter for 2 years? I feel like anything could have happened in that time, and as we saw, something did happen. She ended up dying. So it was really like a waste of a trip in my opinion, but
oh, maybe because we also get Koa, maybe he gained like a new daughter. It's that archetypal type of trope that we see a lot, right?
That's why I said in the other review, I think this is kind of like the trend where it's like this, you know, very badass guy has to take care of this kid. And yes, so we're introduced to Koa. She is one of the few survivors from the crash landing because as we saw, there were other like crew members on board. They were like in cryostasis, but they didn't survive the trip. So only Mills and Koa are the only survivors. And Koa apparently had like parents with her. I guess maybe it was like they were trying to colonize Earth or something, but her parents died. And so he is trying to get her to, because basically the ship, when it broke up in the atmosphere, it like tore in half. And the other half of the ship ended up on this mountain. So he's trying to explain that to her. And I thought what was interesting was because like they're from the same planet, but she has a different dialect, like a completely different language, kind of like, you know, Earth, you know, how we have like different languages. So there's a communication barrier between them. And I thought it was interesting because it really shows like, how do you portray that on screen? Like, how do you communicate with someone that doesn't, you know, speak the same language as you, right? Yeah, so as we see, of course, in the trailer, this takes place during like the time of the dinosaurs on Earth. I thought the dinosaur concepts were really cool. A lot of them were terrifying. Like actually, the first dinosaur was actually a jump scare, and it got me. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of wish some of them like had like feathers, like how like they're supposed to look like
yeah,
like historically, or like what do they say, like historically accurate, as they say,
right,
or scientifically accurate,
right?
But some of them kind of look like they were like out of Jurassic World or Jurassic Park, whatever.
Let me ask you a question, because we see in some promotional footage that there are some dinosaurs who, it looks like they don't have any eyes. It looks like some front plate. Is there like any alien type of species there?
There were a lot of weird looking dinosaurs. There were ones that didn't even look like traditional like bipedal dinosaurs. There were ones that were like actually like on all fours. Like they kind of look like Komodo dragons a bit. They kind of look like if you ever seen like the Peter Jackson's King Kong, they kind of look like some of the dinosaur concepts from that movie. There were a lot of weird ones too. And yeah, they had like pteranodons, they had like raptors. They had like a few like T-Rex looking dinosaurs. Oh, and they had like a couple like insects too that were really like cool. I did like some of the designs. I felt like they really did make it believable that this was like from a different time period. Even just like the shots of like the forests or like the swamps, it definitely felt like this could have been like a long time ago.
Yeah, because one thing I admire about the movie Lucy with Scarlett Johansson was that flashback to back then. So I'm glad at least they had it in mind to give it some authenticity. There you go. Yeah, I'm like Cola right now.
Yeah, there's a language barrier.
Yeah, no, I mean that's really cool, and I think it's really important too because most of the set pieces are just in the wild, right? So you need to kind of make it diverse. Exactly. So that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, and even though like I did have discrepancies with some of the design elements, I think the audio design in this worked really well. I did like some of the sounds that some of the dinosaurs made. They really felt like kind of original. Like they didn't just sample from like Jurassic Park, like the bull.
Yeah, bull. Yeah.
They made like some very like unique sounds in this, and it just kind of added to that realism. But yeah, it was basically like the run of the mill like survival story, right? It was basically they had to find this other ship so they could send like a distress beacon, for help. But they get closer, and like Koa kind of like finds out that Mills has a daughter, and even though she can't really talk to him, she kind of understands like things that he says, like quiet and then move, right? Because they have to be silent, but they have to keep going on this journey. But yeah, this movie did feel like there were like dangers at every corner. That's one thing I did appreciate this movie is like the jump scares, like when they hit you like because the audio just was so loud when the jump scares like got me. I was like, oh shit,
I'd be so annoyed.
Yeah, but I mean overall it wasn't a bad movie. I just think it wasn't too memorable in my opinion.
No, it's just a regular action flick, right? It's just beat by beat. It was
It felt like like if you guys ever watched like The Butterfly Effect, it was kind of like that movie.
Oh wow!
Yeah, but like more.
Oh, how
sci-fi.
interesting! Mm-hmm. Oh wow, interesting. Okay, yeah. I wonder who directed this. What did the Butterfly Effect director directed?
Probably,
this? Yeah. Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, I just feel like Adam Driver, or just like the characters. I felt like they were too human. Like I kind of wanted them to be more alien, I guess, to make it feel like they were from another planet, because their costuming kind of looked like from Earth, basically. Even like the gun that he had. But it brings up a point that I do have, which I wish they would have done. So at the end of the movie, they basically survive the whole ordeal, and they go on their ship and they go back to their planet. But what I wish they would have done was I wish they would have found out like some of the survivors survived the crash. And then maybe they were like the progenitors to like humanity because they look so human. That's what I wish they would have did, but they didn't do that. It was like a big dinosaur battle. Like I swear to God, this motherfucker took on 2 T-Rexes with a fucking gun. Hold on, it gets better. So he takes on these 2 T-Rexes, right? Like they're in the ship. He's trying to save Koa. He takes on 2 T-Rexes. He basically like shoots the shit out of this one. Like he keeps like pumping iron in this one, like T-Rex, and he doesn't manage to kill him. And then what happens? Another T-Rex comes.
Oh no!
Like an even bigger T-Rex. It was like the Giganotosaurus from Jurassic World.
Oh wow!
And I was mad at this bitch because like he saw 2 T-Rexes dead. I was like, why don't you eat those motherfuckers? But he looks at Adam Driver and then he chases them. I'm like, you had 2 T-Rexes you could have ate, but you go after him. Like, what?
Yeah, he's not even, that T-Rex not even going to get filled from these 2
That's
people.
That's what I'm saying. It was like a fucking gummy bear compared to these 2 T-Rexes. I'm like, shit. And then like Adam Driver's like, launch the ship.
Oh, really?
I don't know. It was kind of stupid, like the way they ended it. But it was sweet, like how they kind of connected over the movie, because it's kind of like Like I kept thinking it was like The Last of Us, basically. Like
Yeah.
it was
Archetype.
like they were like archetypal like father-daughter kind of relationship. But yeah, I think this would have actually worked better as a video game. It just had a lot of elements that made it seem like it was something that, you know, maybe like PS5 players could pick up or something.
Well, that's interesting, actually. And that's a complete missed opportunity with the progenitors thing. I think that doesn't make sense, because how the hell are humans like, you know, unless all the aliens, if that's what they're trying to say, every alien kind of looks humanoid to some degree with this concept. I don't know. It's a pretty cool idea. I just wish they didn't spoil a lot in the like descriptions of the movie and stuff.
Well, my thing is, it's like, why are you gonna make them humanoid aliens?
Yeah.
Why are you gonna make them look like humans? Because otherwise, you could have just did a like travel back in time thing, right?
Right.
I think it would be more interesting, like if it was kind of like a Prometheus thing. Like they found out like these were actually like, the progenitors of humans, and then maybe because they didn't have their ship, they kind of had to convert to like very, you know, primal instincts. Maybe like learn how to like make fires and shit. I think that would have been a better ending, to be honest. But it was kind of like they found their ship and they went back home, and I was like, okay. And then the asteroid came and destroyed everything.
Oh, it did at the end? The asteroid actually came? Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. Oh, good timing. Yeah. Okay.
I swear to God, the end credits was just a fucking dinosaur laying there dead.
Oh, really?
Well, everything's burning.
Damn. Damn. That's pretty cool.
That's what it was. And I think it had potential to push the idea more, but it just didn't. I think design-wise, it was a really cool movie, but I think story-wise, it was kind of bland.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I hope that doesn't ruin your perspective on it when you go see it.
We'll see when HBO Max puts it. Maybe I'm gonna clean my room or something while it's on there or something. And
it's cleaning. It's a cleaning movie. Something you just like put in the background.
Or talk to some friends or whatever. Like, I'm just shooting this shit.
Right.
All right. Well, in the last review, you gave it a 7 out of 10. So I guess you're still sticking with that. Huh?
I think I still stand by. It has good elements. Don't get me wrong. But I mean, we have Scream 6 coming out. I'm sure that'll probably be a better movie than this. So I wouldn't. It's between 65 and Scream. I haven't watched Scream yet, but I probably would be more entertained with Scream.
Oh wow.
So take it as you will.
That's Dylan's hot take. Well,
I'll probably wait like a week to say C65.
Damn.
Right.
All right. Well, all right. I guess that's the review. So why don't you?
If I had to rate this movie out of 100, it'd probably be 65. So there
damn, you're so stupid. It's not too bad,
right? It's almost a 70. There you go.
Right. Okay, I got you.
But yeah, that's my review because Akram bitch ass didn't watch it.
I know. I'm so busy. I'm sorry.
But yeah, we have plenty more content coming out. Like I said, we're gonna be doing a review for Scream 6 when it drops tomorrow. So check that out. Check out our other playlists and all our other reviews as well. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. And until then, thanks for having lunch with us.
See you guys.